that down. Let's move on to this, shall we? We finally got a little bit of an update from Matt Reeves saying that the Batman 2 will go into production this year, sometime. Remember, the movie originally had a release date of 2024, I think. I think Batman 2 originally had a release date of 2024. Anyway, maybe even 2023. That obviously didn't happen. There was a lot of things have happened since then. But anyway, getting that coming. Now, we just finished the glory that is The Penguin. That show was unfreaking believable. Cannot believe how good it was. Colin Farrell winning the Golden Globe for Best Actor in it. Good on him. It's just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic show. So looking forward to season 2. There have been a lot of hints that they were actually going to do a season 2. We talked about that a few weeks ago when, one of the show producers was kind of saying, we might have a little something. Well, now there might be a major holdup to that. And the major holdup to that seems to be Matt Reeves, who I want to remind everybody was neither a director nor a writer on Penguin. This comes to us from CBR. I'm going to read this at length because it's pretty interesting. Speaking with MTV News, Matt Reeves addressed whether he intends to create more spin-offs following the Golden Globe winning success attained by The Penguin. Though Reeves is intrigued by adding more series to his Batverse, he insists completing the oft-delayed Batman Part 2 is his main objective, which it should be. I would love to do more spin-off series, Reeves said, adding that the things we've really focused on is Part 2. That's Batman Part 2. Reeves also reiterated the desire to continue The Penguin for another season, but wants to get Part 2 going before seeing where things go. We're talking about doing the second season of The Penguin, but my big priority is to get the Batman 2 shooting and going, Reeves said. And then it'll be exciting to see where we go from there. Okay. That's fine. That's good. But while Matt Reeves was the overall producer, the godfather, if you will, of The Penguin, there is no Penguin series without Matt Reeves. The reality is he is neither a writer on the series, nor is he a director on any of the episodes. They can move forward if they wanted to with a Penguin season 2 without Matt Reeves. Now, don't take this as any sort of slight on how awesome Matt Reeves is. I think he's amazing. My big complaint with him is that I'm not getting more of his stuff because I think his stuff is so good. That's my complaint, that I'm not getting more. I'm greedy that way. And complaining about where's Batman 2, Matt? If I didn't like his work, I wouldn't care. But I love his work, so I care. But, I mean, the concept of saying we need to hold up everybody else from working on a Penguin season 2, we need to prevent the studio from doing anything on it, or all those talented producers, writers, and directors who came up with and executed Penguin. No. You guys need to all wait. I'm working on Batman Part 2. Everybody else wait. Now, there might be something lost in translation here. Like, because, it's not like this is not a planned statement that Matt Reeves put out. An interviewer asked him a question and he just kind of answered it and didn't think about the answer, just kind of answered it. So maybe there's a little something lost in translation there. Maybe that's not what he's saying at all, which would be great. That would be great. I'm just saying the way it came out, which might not have been the way he intended, the way it came out kind of sounded like, no Penguin until I'm ready to do it. And I got to focus on this Batman 2, which is now over 3 years late. And I don't understand that mentality. Like if Matt Reeves was the lead writer and directed the first 3 episodes and all that kind of stuff of The Penguin, then I would get it kind of. But he wasn't a writer on it. He wasn't a director on it. You got a creative group of people that have all the capability in the world to move forward with The Penguin season 2. Because listen, even if they went into production tomorrow, which they wouldn't, even if they went into production tomorrow on Penguin season 2, there's a chance we wouldn't even get that till late 2026. That's if they started tomorrow. And so I kind of wish Matt would go, hey, listen, delegate. We have a great group of people who made the first season. Go forth and make the second one. Just make sure it doesn't come out until after the Batman Part 2 because I got my plans for the Penguin. That's fair too. So anyway, kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. But again, it may not at all have been the way he intended it to sound. And I'm totally cognizant of that. So anyway, we'll see. We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, CookUnity. You ever feel like so much of your day revolves around planning meals or preparing food, especially when you're trying to eat healthier? I know we all do, but that all changes when you discover CookUnity. Now you can enjoy vibrant, chef-crafted meals without spending hours in the kitchen. It's freed up so much of my time and energy to focus on my other goals. CookUnity partners with award-winning chefs, the same chefs you see on TV and those five-star restaurants, to create small batch meals just for you. These meals are made with fresh, local, in-season ingredients delivered right to your door. And here's the best part. They arrive fresh, not frozen, and all it takes is a few minutes to heat them up. I recently tried their Mom's Sunday Sauce Rigatoni, and it was incredible. Plus, knowing that I'm supporting local chefs and sustainable suppliers makes every bite even better. Whether you want variety, convenience, or just better food, CookUnity has it all. Reset your routine with convenient, mouth-watering meals crafted with local ingredients by award-winning chefs. Go to cookunity.com/Campea or enter the code Campea before checkout for 50% off your first week. That's 50% off your first week by using the code Campea or by going to cookunity.com/Campea. Anyway, Chris, you hear Matt Reeves' words. Mm-hmm. How do you interpret them? Do you think he's saying that we can't do anything on Penguin Season 2 till I've got the Batman 2? Or should he let other people just go and run with it? I don't know. How do you take this?
I feel like he's got a great support staff too here who can really take over for Penguin. Obviously, he wasn't that day-to-day involved in that series, as you pointed out. But I understand why the priority is the next Batman film and also kind of weaving it in. So, hey, Batman movie, Penguin series, Batman movie, maybe we follow up on Penguin series, maybe we do another standalone season of something, because Batman brought in what, 772 billion or something? Million, excuse me, not billion.
That would be incredible.
That'd be insane.
Yeah.
We all would be all dressed like this all the time if that were the case. So it brought in a ton of money. It also got, accolades as well. It got Oscar nominations. So I can understand why this is the focus. I do feel like it is one of those red carpet sound bites of just, let me answer your question really quickly and try to say it in the most concise, PR-ready way possible. Yeah. I don't think it's a negative thing. I don't think it's him being like, it's my way or the highway. I'm not going to do anything without my perfect seal.
That's a good point, because he's been under a lot of heat. Why did I just turn into Mario? He's been under a lot of heat.
Still better than Chris Pratt. Well done.
It's a Sicilian. He's been under a lot of heat with the delays and the news that just came out that it's 2027 now that it's coming out or whatever. And it could be like an OS moment, like, hey, I better make sure everyone understands this is my prime focus. Like, no, it's the Batman 2. We're doing everything we can to get it to you. You know what I mean?
That's kind of how
but then
I
you
view
can't,
it.
you can't, like, it's hard to win because then people are like, well, what about season 2 of Penguin?
Yeah. Well, I just want to make sure, for me, I want quality products. And so if it does take time, it takes time. I want quality over quantity. It's been my issue with so many of the superhero franchise films, is they rush something out just for the sake of rushing it out. Give me these wonderful Oscar-worthy, Golden Globe-worthy pieces of media so I can really enjoy them. Because if they're that caliber each time, I don't care how long it takes. I get to watch something amazing.
I bristle against the idea that it's one or the other.
That's fair.
That you either get something crappy or you have to wait 7 years to get something good. You know what I mean? I think
there's a middle ground.
I think
for
there's
sure.
a middle ground there for that. By the way, somebody said something in the live chat. It was one of our regular viewers, Tom Weinberg, who said the Penguin is an in-between story for the films, not its own completely separate thing. I would disagree. I would say it is both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if the Batman kept popping up in the Penguin movie, in the Penguin show,
Right.
I mean, yeah, maybe. But the Penguin is, if you never saw the Batman, you're fine. The Penguin is completely, season 1 is its own independent standalone story. And it is both that and an in-between story bridging the things of Batman 1 and 2. So I don't think it's an either or. I think it was a both and sort of thing. But again, just so much great story left to tell with this character.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see that side of Gotham a little bit more, like not from the hero's perspective. I really hope they get moved again, because remember, guys, even if they go into production on this show tomorrow, we're almost 2 years away from seeing it.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm asking them to rush something out.
No.
It's just, it's time. It is time to start working on it.
Yeah.
They're not even working on it right now.
The better part of a decade is a lot to ask, right? That's a long amount of time.
Yeah.
But you pointed this out yesterday of how the Gotham like Rogues Gallery, the Batman Rogues Gallery, is so cool and interesting. There's just so much good stuff to mine there, and it can be done so well. And I think that's what a lot of people want more of too, is just seeing it from Batman works best when he's the antagonist. I know he's the hero. He can be the antagonist in a story. It's not black and white like that. When you see things from the perspective of Oz, of Joker, of Enigma, you know, that kind of stuff, it creates really interesting dichotomies and stories, and there's so much to do there.
Yeah. And like I said already, like I get it. They probably need a Penguin season 2, if it existed, to come out after Batman 2.
Yeah.
Totally get that. But that means you'd have to start working on it.
That's
Exactly.
pretty
just
soon.
tighten up that timeline.
You
And
at
she-
least have to get your writer's room. I'm not saying you need to go in front of cameras
Yeah.
tomorrow, but you should at least be pulling your writer's room together at this point.
Sure.
So it can be ready to go. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? I mean, super excited for Batman 2, but I also kind of think they should allow a writer's room to get started working on writing out scripts and getting a story together for a Penguin season 2. Because even if they do right now, we're years away from it being able to come out. Anyway, however you guys feel about it, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.